Finally, in question number 10, they ask us how many different solutions are solutions to, how many different numbers are solutions for the equation. And they show you an equation there, and this equation ends up being a quadratic equation because of this right side expression. In order to simplify this expression, we're going to have to multiply, and that means we will end up with a quadratic equation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply our FOIL strategy, or double distributive. So we got x times x, which is x squared. And on the outside we got 5x. On the inside we have 4x. And the last we have 20. So we're using our double distributive property. So we're going to collect our like terms. X squared plus 9x plus 20. And this is where I knew from the very beginning that it was a quadratic equation. And if it's a quadratic equation, we need to get one side equal to 0. And then we can either factor or use our quadratic formula. So I'm going to make this side on the left 0, so I'm going to subtract the 5x. I'm going to subtract the 17. So x squared equals, x squared plus, and 9x minus 5x is 4x. And then 20 minus 17 is 3, so plus 3. Now I've got a choice to make. I can either factor or I can use the quadratic formula. And I'm going to choose to factor because I know that there are two factors of 3 that will add up to a 4. So x and x will go plus 3 plus 1. If I double check the outside inside, I get an x on the outside, a 3x on the inside. That gives me a total of 4x, so I know I have it factored right. And once I have it factored, then we use the factor that's known as the zero factor theorem that says if you multiply two numbers together and their answer is 0, one of these two numbers has to be 0. So either the x plus 3 factor is equal to 0 or the x plus 1 factor is equal to 0. In this case, x would have to equal a negative 3 for that to happen. So if x is a negative 3, we get an answer of 0, or in this one, if x is a negative 1. So it says how many different numbers are solutions? That is 2. We just found both of them. They weren't as specific as saying find both solutions, but they said how many different answers are there.